what are the disadvantages? And then we'll talk about the advantages of a Medicare Advantage plan. But for Felicia and William, from you all's experience, what are the disadvantages for people to join a Medicare Advantage plan? William, what do you have on that?
Okay, I'll go first. The disadvantages. Felicia talked about one earlier. I'll let her circle back to that about the networks. I'm going to talk about the copays.
Yes.
And the reason why I'm saying copays, like I said, these types of plans are familiar. If we've had jobs, we've had insurance through those jobs, you know you have copays, many times higher than what you get with these Medicare Advantage plans. However, I'm talking about these in comparison with the other option, which we may do a future show on the supplements.
Okay.
They don't operate in the way that our traditional insurance that we've known on our lives operate, but they don't do a lot of copays either. In fact, most of them don't have any, very, very few copays. So in comparison to those, some may view the disadvantage with these Advantage plans is you may have a $30 or $40 or $50 copay at the doctor. You may have a copay to get an MRI. You have copays throughout the plan that some feel like they don't want to have at that age. Yeah. So that could be considered one disadvantage. I'll kick the other disadvantage over to Felicia, what she talked about earlier.
Yeah. So another one I did speak about was network. You know, you retired, you feel me? You like, okay, I'm going to travel the world. Now my grandkids, I don't have to watch them. I done raised my kids. So now I'm on the road. Right. And so, but again, you have to be in network with the Medicare Advantage plan. You have to make sure those doctors are in there. And if you go to another state or to, like it's another country, your doctor not over there. Your doctor's not in that state. Now, like I said, if you get sick, you happen to, come up with something. Hey, go to the emergency room. Yes, go do that. But, as far as those regular checkups and your things you need to do for your specialist, it has to be a network. So a lot of people who travel a lot, they don't see the benefit because they're not home. Yes, my residence here in Tennessee, but I done hit every 50 state already, and I done retired 10 years ago. So I'm always gone. So that's another one too. A lot of people say, well, no, I don't want that because I don't want to be limited to a network. Well, that's just for people who travel.
Yeah, for people for travel. I do find this in my travels is that the rural areas can be tricky, especially when it comes to specialists. And you may have to stay in network travel to a larger urban area where there are more specialists at times if you do have an Advantage plan. That's where we run into a lot of, there's a few other tricky spots and I'm sure you guys are aware of them. We can cover them another time, but that's really the trickiest one is in the rural areas, getting good specialists in network. So that again, but it has to, you may have specialists in network. In other words, you shouldn't just cross out the idea of an Advantage plan. There is a possibility that everything could line up. And if it does, then you get all these other benefits that we see on this chart.